Right. During the course of this program, we've learned about deep learning, machine learning. Then, inside or within this, we learned something briefly about neural network. Actually, we didn't dive inside very well. Today, we are coming to dive inside neural network in artificial intelligence. What at all is neural network? What at all is neural network? Okay, when you talk about neural network, it's basically we can attribute it to the natural one and the artificial one. The natural one can be referred as the nerves. So when you take a human being, for you for instance, you have neurons, and the main let me say job of this neuron is to transmit electrical signals in your body. So whenever you've been pinched by with a pin, the process how you got that pain is transmitted, or this is electrically transmitted by these neurons, nerves in your body. If you step on fire, how do you get that? How did you feel that you stepped on fire? Is this neuron that transmit the electrical signals from that your feet through your body to your brain to say to tell your brain will tell your senses that, oh, you've stepped on fire, and that's the process you are going to say, oh, then you take your leg from that fire. It takes microseconds to do that. So the neurons is strictly responsible for transmitting electrical signals in the human body. That's the natural neurons. When you feel sad, it's the neurons. When you feel hungry, when someone hits you, how you feel the pain is the neurons. When something when you are smelling something is the neurons. So it actually controls the sensitive power transmitting of messages in your body. Now we all bet the fact that artificial intelligence is modeled on the basis of the human architecture. We are actually mimicking how human beings or robot or non-living things should behave as a living thing. You as a living thing, you can in fact rationally think, you can rationally behave. We want the same thing for a non-living thing to do exact same thing. For it, for us to do something as such, we will need to replicate all the things in a human being, or all the things in a human being that makes that person perform these actions before we can make that non-animate perform the exact action we want it to be. Here comes the neural network. The neural network. Any question before we begin? Right. Let's continue. In fact, have you ever wondered what forms the basis of May I Know You page that Facebook directed you when you were busy scrolling through, or how your online signatures are verified? Remember the crime documentaries where graphologist analyzes murder's handwriting for finding the real culprits? Long gone are the days when all these nitty-gritty tasks were in human hands. Now artificial intelligence has taken over these assignments. In the modern era, neural networks are assisting humans to survive the new age transitions in education, financial, aerospace, automotive sectors. But before knowing how they are giving different sectors, it is important to understand the basic concept of neural networks. What is a neural network? Right, let me give you a simple definition of a neural network. Now, you can remember during our course of the program, the previous meetings, we learned something. We learned something about algorithm. Those in the coding class knows about algorithm, as well as those in artificial intelligence class also knows about algorithm. When we talk about algorithm is just a step-by-step way of solving a problem. You want to cook a jollof rice, you all know there are steps you should follow to get the end product of a jollof rice. You need your rice and those stuffs. There are steps you need to follow. You can't just put the rice in water and let me say add stew and say your jollof rice is ready. There are steps you need to follow to get to the end of that jollof rice to make it consumable. This is termed as algorithm. Right. Now, in neural networks, in fact, there are a set of algorithms that are modeled after the human brain. So, they are a set of instructions, but these set of instructions, they are defined or modeled in a way that will mimic the human brain, how the human brain works. So this neural networks is going to work in the way the human brain work. Remember, in the human brain we have neurons. So it is its artificial part called the neural network. We are going to model the human brain with using our own intelligence. So we will use set of instructions. We are going to model a set of instructions to mimic the human brain. Thus, neural networks are a set of algorithms that are modeled after the human brain. Neural networks are a set of algorithms that are modeled after the human brain. These networks are also known as artificial neural networks. Artificial neural networks. Why do we say artificial neural networks? We are saying artificial neural networks because we have neural networks in the natural brain. These are the networks, as I earlier said, that transmit the electrical signals or converge messages in your body. They are the neural networks. What we are coming to learn today is an artificial neural network, that is a set of instructions that are being modeled to mimic the human brain. Neural networks. Okay. Sensory neurons, motor neurons, and interneurons form the human brain. Artificial neurons form the replica of the human brain. So in fact, the human brain consists of the sensory neurons, the motor neurons, and interneurons. The human brain consists of the sensory neurons, the motor neurons, and the interneurons. Now, the artificial neurons we are talking about as a neural network is just a replica of the human brain. So whatever is in the human brain, we are producing it artificially so that it works in a non-living thing for it to behave as a human. That's a Homo sapien. Any question before I move on? Okay, now neural networks, artificial neural networks. These are a collection of collected units. These connected are known as artificial neural networks. Okay, every node is built with set of inputs, weights, and a bias value. Weight of the neural network are held within the hidden layers. So let me show you a picture of a neural network, picture of an artificial neural network. Okay, so you can see from my screen, this is a neural network. What you are seeing currently is a neural network. Now let's dive inside it. Now, this particular neural network you are seeing, you can see it has nodes. It has nodes. So these are the nodes. Node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4, node 5. So where 2 points meet, they are called the nodes. Where these points meet. So this diagram is a neural network, artificial neural network. Where 2 points meet is called node. Okay. Every node is built with a set of inputs, weight, and a value. Networks are held within the hidden layers. So with this network, you can see from what I read, you can see we have input layer, we have the hidden layer, and we have the output layer. Please take note of everything. We have the input layer, we have the hidden layer, that's the middle layer, then we have the output layer here. Right. Okay, so let's move on. Weights and biases are learning parameters of machine learning models. They are modified for training the neural networks. Now, architecture of an artificial neural networks. Whenever you have a similar neural networks like this, remember the neural network is divided into three categories. One, we have the input layer. Two, we have the hidden layer. And the third one, we have the output layer. Now, what does the input layer mean? The input layer takes whatever instructions you are going to input. So if you actually want to give your model a data, you pass it through the input layer. This is where the data is going to be input. And the hidden layer or the middle layer is where the processes are going to be done, whereby to convert something to something, to follow an instructions, to follow an algorithm, everything is going to be done here. Then after that, all will come out as a byproduct through the output layer. Okay. Neural networks are regulating some key sectors including finance, healthcare, and automotive. As these artificial neurons function in a way similar to the human brain, they can be used for 1. Image recognition, 2. Character recognition, 3. Stock market predictions. So maybe sometimes you think about, so how come this, so you can see You will be there, then you say the dollar is high, the CD is low, the stock market, this company's profit is going high, this company profit is going low. Or it you see they can predict the next 2 weeks the CD ratio to the dollar will be like 20 cedis. How are they able to predict these things? Neural networks. Okay, now facial recognition. How is a facial recognition system able to identify that in fact you are the one and so you should be given the access? Neural networks. Character recognition. How is it that a system can intelligently recognize the characters you are typing, knows that this you type this and this and this, and so it is equal to what it has in its database? Neural networks. Any question before we proceed? Right, let's continue. Facial recognition systems are serving as robust systems of surveillance. Recognition system matches the human face and compares it with the digital images. They are used in offices for selective entries. The system does authenticate a human face, match it up with a list of IDs that are present in its database. Now, take a critical look of this neural network. Okay, whenever you approach a facial recognition system, take note, the system already has your image. So you go there, or even with your phones, those using phones which takes pictures as the unlock security feature. So it will require you to position your face to scan your face. Now it scans your face here. The neural networks in your phone, the neural network model in your phone takes your face from here. That's where the camera, you face the camera, it scans your face. Now, it is transport that image of your face is transported to the middle layer. When it gets to this middle layer, it processes it and draw patterns on your face, that image it got from your face. Now, after processing it here, it compares to an already existing image in a certain database that has been linked to it. So it compares the pattern on your face to a similar image. If it corresponds, it means you are the same person. Then the results come here telling your phone to open up for you to actually use your phone. This is the process how facial recognition works. It scans your face, takes your face, brings it to the middle layer, it draws pattern on your face. Then after drawing pattern, it compares with whatever image it has in the database. If it's the same, it tells it that's bringing an output layer, tells it it should give you access to use. Any question? Okay, let's continue. We have convolutional neural network, that's CNN. CNN. Before that, let's dive into the facial recognition. Let's dive into it. The steps. Okay, so we are coming to go through the steps in how facial recognition works using these neural networks. So the first step Remember, when we were starting, I told you neural networks is a set of algorithms. So it's a set of instruction, or an algorithm is a step-by-step way of doing something. Now, we are going to follow the step-by-step way how a neural network or artificial intelligence system is able to detect someone's face. One, face detection. So you can see from my screen, the first point is face detection. To begin, the system must find the face in the image or video. Most cameras now include a built-in facial detection feature. Snapchat, Facebook, and other social media platforms employ face identification to let users apply effects to images and videos taken using their apps. Many apps identify the person in the photo using this. They can even find a person standing in a crowd with this face detection technique. Now, with this, you can understand how you can take a picture on Snap and you can add the filters. The filters, they are not magic. They are artificial intelligence. When you take the filter, the picture, now the filter becomes available. It scans your face, adjusts your face, and draws pattern, and make sure the pattern is drawn is actually aligning with the filter. So you realize when you use Snapchat to take a picture, you take a picture and use a certain filter, your face will fit perfectly. It's not magic, it's artificial intelligence. So they are being embedded in these social media apps. So immediately you take the picture, or in the process of you taking the picture, so whenever you are taking, they will tell you to position your face well or bring your face. It scans your face. One, it scans your face, then after that draws pattern and starts applying the filter on your face. So this is how come Snapchat and other social media platforms can be able to apply filters on your pictures. It is not magic, it is artificial intelligence, face detection using neural networks. Any question? Right, we will rejoin again. Our session is going to end any moment from now. Kindly join very fast when I generate the new link, then we continue.